Hello, YouTube! I am Penstar, and this is City Skylines Strategy and Tactics, episode 77. I think that's correct. But yeah, I've been known to get that wrong. I think I got it wrong fairly recently, too. Anyway, so when we last left our really rather expansive city of Ficklewood here, we are finishing up the final touches here in Skyway City, getting ready to purchase our next plot. In fact, depending on how quickly this area grows, this episode very well may be a plot complete one. Now, there's two items on my agenda that I want to take care of while this final sector, I haven't had a beer or two today, the final sector or two completes. The first one being that over down here, we have a little open space in here in the middle that I need to do something with. Now, I could make it more suburbia, but you know what? Small shops. I'm willing to let a little steam out of the valve here. Give the commercial demand a little bit of what they're looking for, and just let the areas just work together here. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to get a fancy road going here. We'll connect up these areas like so. In fact, we can, well, no, we're not going to do that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hook up, no, that doesn't give enough. But you to you. Alright, fair enough. And then we'll get the good old dirt road. No, this is a little too fancy for a dirt road. Just lead you straight out to sea. At least to the point where we're not creating a bridge, like so. And oh, what the hey, we'll lead it back here too, so that the edge of the road is touching those pathways, so that we can include our little walkway section. And then, yeah, just to keep the noise down, we're going to make this low density. I'm sure it would thrive as high, but it also look kind of out of place. And let me make sure you guys have water. You almost do. There'd be one little... See, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I made that mistake once before. Never again. And yeah, these areas should develop quite nicely. And get these two areas talking to each other in an area besides this little juncture right here. I am happy that the traffic, knock on wood, is holding its own fairly steadily here, despite the fact that we have two double tree zones right next to each other, which in past incarnations has been a problem. The traffic's holding up here. I think that is because these are all residential sections, and you're not having traffic trying to jam its way one way or the other to get to a hotspot commercial zone. So I think that is the reason why we are finding some lesser traffic flows there. So thing number one accomplished. Now thing number two, I had another thought. Now I previously had stated that this may be the end of the line for our beloved looping railway that's served us quite faithfully this whole way through. Well, you know what? It doesn't need to be. Now the reason I originally had postulated that was that getting a three-way intersection in the middle of here, I mean, we've already taken this up. I'd have to demolish half of my business sector over here in order to get a three-way intersection going from there, so that we might send a railway up north, which is going to be our next plot. But then I realized, no, I don't. No, I don't. Because what previously was done just to make way for the highway has given us a golden opportunity. What if we make the three-way juncture right underground? What if we make this all temporarily subway? So you know what? Let's try that. Let's see if we can get this to work for us. So you are going to split off this way, and I mean, we are going to have to demolish some of that, but space already occupied. Well, here, let's confirm you underground first. Like that. And let's get you a little closer to the edge here. My goal here is to minimize the damage. There! Alright, yeah, so we obliterate a couple of the office zones. That's okay. Because now we can turn this into an overland bridge that goes the same direction as the highway. Now, if we hook up, say, you to... No, that's not the direction I want to go. Alright, let's try it from the other direction. So I hook up you to you. Again, we're trying to get each of these to be one train lengthwise so we don't create a triangular traffic jam. Now we have a triangular intersection with our trains all underground. So that works out quite nicely for us, I must say. Part of me, though, the OCD is kicking in here, and part of me wants this to scooch just a little tiny bit. Just a smidge of meter to the west. Like that. And like that. That's better. Yeah, I still took out a big chunk of it here, but you're gonna have some demolition when it comes to having a railway pop out of the line there. All right, so let's kick you up to full speed. Give you a little time to cook. Wait for this area to flesh itself out. Well, commercial zone's already snapped up. Yeah, that high demand bar is not joking around. They mean business when they say we want commercial zones. And I hear you guys. I hear you, but you gotta hear me. You gotta hear me. I got a grand plan in mind. You guys are gonna love it. At least I hope you guys are gonna love it. All right, still getting some good dinging here. Obviously, we're not going to get any railway traffic one way or the other through this until we start setting up some routes. But that's okay. Because that will be in our next plot purchase. You know what? Instead of just sitting here doing nothing while we wait for this zone to grow, you know what? I think I'm going to stamp this area done. Because we have all the areas that we want to grow functionally growing. So our residential zone here is going to be growing up quite nicely and continuing to grow as we continue to expand. So let us stamp this episode's plot complete and go ponder our next purchase. So here it is, Ficklewood. We, ladies and gentlemen, are witnessing a building has burned down. Yes, thank you for ruining the moment. We are witnessing the final stretch of our beloved series here, or at least I hope beloved. I hope you guys are loving this. Will you stop it? I'm trying to be majestic here. So yeah, our next purchase up here. Let's see, suitable area for building. 52% of this zone is habitable. Outside connections, plenty of them, except for the ship connections, but we're already kind of de facto ship connections because it's touching the water for the rest of the area. And plane connections. I wonder if there's a zone that doesn't have plane connections. I mean, seriously, is there a zone that does not have plane connections? Because if so, I want to know what it looks like. Like a giant roof. Anyway, we are purchasing this area. Ficklewood has been expanded. And hey, look at this. We get another highway way up there. But we get also one other thing to our name. And before I do any kind of extensive building, I want to get this part over with. You see, there's a building I need to unlock here. This thing. The Cathedral of Plentitude. Construct all city service buildings. We are sitting at 29 out of 30. You know what that 30th building is? Yeah, it's the hydropower plant. Now, for those of you who have followed me in the past, who might have seen some of my early days coverage of this, you know my relationship between myself and hydropower. Power grid going. Oh God! Oh God, what have I done? What have I done? Oh God! Oh God! Oh God, it's going down the center of the town! Oh God, here goes the apartments! Oh God. Yeah, it's something like that. And I've kind of put off building one of these beasts for precisely that reason. But in order to do what I really want to do, we need to build it. We need to make it happen. And you know what? Our electricity's just about ready to dip into the yellow, so we need a little bit more juice anyway. So, oh God. Now, I was originally going to do it over here, but, and I'll admit I did some off-screen testing for it. It flooded out this highway, and that was kind of a major artery to having this whole area have a connection to the outside, so that was no bueno. I will admit I have not done off-screen testing for this river. It is a much larger river. I'm hoping that means that there's more room for the water to spread out, and it will not have as drastic an effect when it comes to altering the water levels, because I'm kind of afraid. So let's F it. Let's just dive right in, shall we? We've got the money for it, I think. But yeah, see, look at all this. Look at these currents here. This should, in theory, generate some decent electricity for us. Yeah, we'll start from here, and not enough money. I know there's not enough money. I'm just looking for estimated production values here. Not enough money. Sheesh. Alright. What if I... Yeah, I'm not going to build it if it's 0 megawatts. I'm not. Because if it doesn't want to play nice over there, I'd have to, like, build it here? And that's even less bueno? Yeah, we're not getting any kind of estimated production out of that. And this, if you guys recall from the video, this little right here was where I originally did it. I guess I could do it up here, from here to here. That could work. It needs to be built. It needs to be built. Actually, hang on. This area right here would be perfect, but I'm not buying that plot. Well, let me think. It's going to be a good place for me to put this somewhere that's not going to completely destroy my city. No, I'm not building it there. Got a garbage dump to empty. Part of me is morbidly curious if I could find a site across this massive river to dam up. Because, damn it, I have to build this one way or the other. And I'm not going to just build it just to fulfill the requirement. I kind of want a city dam to actually be a city dam and, you know, actually do things for me. Or maybe, you know, maybe the estimator is just off. Maybe it will make me money. Oh man, I am just... I can tell I'm playing with fire, even though I'm playing with water. but in playing with water, playing with fire. Yeah, I guess I could do something like this, but this is just risky to the nines. And 0 megawatts production anyway, so yeah. Yeah, maybe its estimator is just off, because I'm getting 0 megawatts from everywhere. Alright, well, we do need to bridge the gap over there, but I want to make the dam be the first thing that we use to bridge, because if there's going to be any kind of like permanent flooding, I want the areas to flood before I build anything on them, because then it's not so much of a disaster. So you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put a cut here. I'm going to continue fussing around with possible locations, and also let my zone develop and let my money grow here. And then when I found a location that is quote unquote suitable-ish, I'll come back. And you guys, I won't show anything, like I won't show any aftermath until you guys will be there for when I lay it down, and then we can watch in horror together to see if it destroys part of Ficklewood, like it did my other city. So I'll see you on the flip side. Okay, folks, we're back. And as you can see from the sped up motion here, our dam placement was, well, I'd say a fair success. Is it generating any? It is generating power for us. Not very much power, but it's not technically useless. And it fulfills a condition for us, i.e. we built a dam. Yes, there was flooding, but it flooded this area, like, quite surprisingly amount. Yeah, it floods the highway up here, but I can't really control that or really care about that. Besides, that car seems to be doing just fine. So, we'll call it good. And, yeah, no major flooding on my part here. These buildings got a little flooded, but they came back. I thought for a moment I was about to gain, like, another strip of land here. But the river came and took that back. But that's okay. That's the reason why I didn't suddenly start building there. Let me just scan the rest of my way. Yeah, my water pumps are still pumping. My sewage is still sewaging. I'm just checking for any other parts of my city that may have become flooded as a result of this little dam placement here, because otherwise I think that was a damn fine spot for it. And yes, puns are intended. And back to 0 megawatts. Well, it'll fluctuate, but the point is, we built a dam! We built a dam! Woohoo! We built a dam! A dam! And it didn't kill our dam city. So, damn straight. Yes. Yeah, it's still churning and fluctuating. It very well may, at a later date, decide to say, oh, well, and here comes the rebound. Let's flood everything. But for the time being, I'm going to call this dam placement a success. I think you have to keep the dam around for 8 weeks before before this thing counts it. But that being said, I am intending on making it a permanent structure within. Yeah, see, it's light flooding on that business, but just a little bit. Not to mention that the rail station this rail opening was underwater. But I don't think it simulates the fluid physics of it flooding the underground tunnels of the railway. That would be rather horrifying to be a passenger on that when the mayor just built the dam there. Yeah, 16 megawatts. It's doing something. That's all I could really ask for, really. All right, well, since the dam worked, let's continue our connections here, because we're certainly not gonna. I mean, the dam is a road, so the dam's gonna work in terms of. Oh, hey, it built a little pond. Isn't that cute? We'll. Actually, yeah, it looks like that's gonna just be a permanent pond over there, which is fine. I'll build around it. I will assume it to be a permanent water structure and not available for land usage. And you can just carry on being a little pond, be a cute little pond, do your pond things, attract some ducks, maybe toss some fish in there. Go fishing for some sunnies. Lazy Sunday afternoon. Yeah, nice little pond. 48 megawatts. All right, we did it, folks. We did it. All right, let's get our bridges built, and then in our next episode we will start building our next area proper. So we can mix this little loop right here. Can we hurdle the dam? I hope we can hurdle the dam. I'd love to be able to hurdle the... Bam! Yes, we can hurdle the dam! Sweet. Let's straighten you out. And can we do likewise? Ha-ha! No, we're not turning you into a tunnel. Just want to land on the ground, please. And you land on the ground, please. Thank you. Cannot build on water. Oh, for Pete's sake. You're killing me, Smalls. Come on. Don't do the water creep until... Well, I guess I'd prefer it to do the water creep now than suddenly make my main artery highways go underwater. I'm like, ooh, highway ends. Let's flood it again. Alright, you know what? Maybe crossing the dam is not a good idea. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Maybe we should follow the curvature of the dam here. Yes, no, maybe so? No. So it's like a whole other dam. It's too bad you can't just expand the road on top of the dam to make it highway-sized. Because that would be pretty cool. And yes, I know you gotta be going the other way. Phew! Someone went all the way across the dam to make a Yui. That's sad. Oops. And yeah, we'll do a little loop-de-loop connector like that. And then for our final touch here, let's get our rail going here. Yeah, still a little intermittent flooding. You know what, the rail... And not enough money. Alright, you know what? Next episode we'll make our rail bridge. So I hope this gives us a good start here, and I hope the river stabilizes. Gives us a little power. Back to 0. I'm not going to depend on this dam for power. I am just going to depend on it for unlocks. But it should keep things interesting. Oh, please don't flood. Alright, you guys are high enough over the water that it doesn't look like the water's churning here is going to necessarily cause it to periodically flood the roadway. So, if you like this episode, want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya!